All right, everyone. A day's gone by. Part two of the Ender 3 V3 SE saga. I got a new cable for my CR Touch, but as you can see, it does not light up. Yep, I'm pretty sure this CR Touch is dead. It plugs in perfectly fine now. There were two cables in the thing. The other one is not any different in terms of the wiring. They both are straight through wires. They're not crossover cables or anything. It fits perfectly in there. It fits perfectly in there. And it is seated. I tested it. Nothing. Doesn't light up. Clipper reports that it can't verify the sensor state when it tries to go to print. And that is after a reboot. Now, to answer the questions that have been asked to me, what slicer was I using? Well, first of all, pretty much all of them. I started on Creality Print, obviously, because that's the one that came advertised with the printer. And I wasn't really happy with it because it didn't have a lot of good features, and I wanted to use Cura because I just heard of people using Cura, so I tried out Cura. And I was having these problems that I've been talking about in the previous video and this one. And so, Cura wasn't really working out, but I was kind of hopping back and forth between Cura and Creality Print. And I heard people praising Orca Slicer, so I downloaded that, and it was pretty cool. But it didn't fix any of the issues. So I've gone through the settings on all three of those slicers, and I've changed all kinds of stuff trying to get things to work. And that is my result. That entire shoebox full of probably about a kilogram of failed prints. It is what it is. Second question, I believe, was, did I update my firmware? Yes, I did. I updated to the latest Creality firmware. When I bricked my first Clipper install, actually, I was like, okay, well, let's go back to Creality for a little while. I tried it, and same exact thing. Same problem, nothing changed. It was the same exact issues. So I just went back to Clipper. I'm back on Clipper. I love Clipper so far. It's really cool. And I believe the third question was about my E-step calibration. Yes, so I did calibrate my E-steps. That was the last thing I did before I decided to take the extruder apart because it didn't fix it, which is why I decided to take the extruder apart. I took this all apart. I looked all through in here and I reassembled it. Nothing looked out of the ordinary. There was a little bit of filament kind of in the top of it there. In fact, I have the piece of filament right here that was in there. It was kind of right underneath the entry point. So, but it's gray, and that's my most recent filament roll is this gray one. I had a white one before this, which was having issues, and the end of the black one. So I know this wasn't an issue, but I took it out of there anyway because I didn't want it in there. But honestly, I'm going to admit I'm lost. I don't know what to do now that my CR Touch does not work. The printer will not print with the CR Touch broken. It just errors out and says failed to verify sensor state, and it stops. So, I mean, do I need a new CR Touch? Should I replace my entire, X or entire this? If I do, is there a better one? Is there one that maybe is easier to find nozzles for? You have no idea how hard it was to find these. These are all questions that I have. I'm lost. I mean, Creality, if you're watching this, what the heck is this printer? I don't even know how this thing made it out of your factory. I'm not even kidding. It was so bad. And I have fixed most of it, and I was trying to fix the last part, which is what you're seeing right here in front of you, and I have had the absolute rottenest of luck. So if anyone knows what is going on with my printer, I can show you all of my failed prints if you need to see those in order to figure out what's going on. I believe it's under extrusion. I don't know. As I said, I am completely lost. This is my first printer ever. I have owned it about 3 weeks, and I have had nothing but problems. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling and let you guys get on with your day, but see you in the next one. Goodbye.